Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com, the rockinest internet station in Las Vegas and around the motherfucking world.
What?
What?
What, motherfuckers?
What,
I like that we
motherfucker?
can curse.
Fuckity fuck, fuck,
I
fuck,
have to
fuck.
tell you a really quick story. So I saw a friend the other night, and I've known this man for years and years.
Um,
Since I first got into the BPW group here in Vegas. So I don't know,
maybe
6,
I can know this
7,
one.
8 years, whatever. So I've known him for years, and I bumped into him the other night. And he comes up to my window, and I was in the car, and he came up and he shook the window, and then oh, I think your call.
Oh,
I think it's her.
oh.
And then he's like, "How's it going?" And so we're talking, and he goes, "So, how's the radio show?" And he puts on a little look, and "Does does that mean you watch?" And he's like, yeah, I do." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "What do you think of it?" And now again, this is a man I've known for many, many years. He gets a little embarrassed and he's like, "Things come out of your mouth that I don't expect." And he said,
And you're the tamest of us
right?
all.
And he said, "And I have to remind myself that this is just like once a week. This is just you getting out like once a week." But yeah, apparently I'm a little not as expected. I guess if you knew me
Yeah.
separate from, my craziness or my drunken escapades.
If you knew her as who she is and not as Toxie.
Right, if you know me as who I am. If you are on my child's soccer team or any sports team,
Well, except that one time you gave the coach a lap dance.
other than that. And yes, some people do still remember that.
I'm sure they do. All right, so we have a special guest on the line with us right now. Special guest, introduce yourself.
This is your very own sweet cheek.
You sound high.
No, I'm not high, you guys. You know
You're in
what's
pain,
crazy?
huh?
Girl, pain is no fucking joke, okay? Like, I have had the craziest 2 weeks when it comes to pain. I had to stay in California an extra week because I couldn't drive my car back.
So,
Okay, so you went. Let's take a step
Okay,
back
okay.
for
Well,
those who
let's
don't
go
know.
back because I went to the pain doctor. Okay, but now, okay, here, okay. When I first initially got the referral for the pain doctor, this is I have to go into the doctor tomorrow and go, okay, we're going to start all over, okay?
Mhm.
Because I went in there initially not for my hip because that wasn't the initial problem. My arthritis is in mostly my knees and ankles, okay? Well, then from the time of getting the referral and getting into the doctor, that day that by the time I got to that pain doctor, my hip was so bad that by the time I walked into the office, I was in tears, in pain, and I was so emotional about finally being there that I didn't even feel the pain in my knees and ankles because this hip was just like out of control. Okay.
Okay.
So that's all I really talked about. Okay. And so they had decided that for years and years and years of me being on the same opiate, that I had probably become immune pretty much to that opiate. I didn't know you could become immune to opiates, but you can. So they changed my medication. So in the course of all of this, I'm getting ready to go to California on Tuesday, and I call them on Monday, and I go, you know what? Like this pain medication that you've given me is doing nothing, like nothing. Can you just give me the approval over the phone to double the doses? Because I had already read online that they had given me the absolute bottom line dosage that you should give with that narcotic. But you know what? Look at I weigh 350 pounds and I've been on narcotics for 12 years. Okay,
mhm.
so I decide on my own because I can't take it anymore to double my dose. So when I go in tomorrow, they're going to count my pills and I'm really going to get in trouble. So in the meantime, I drive to California on Monday. Okay, I'm in pain, I'm hurting, but I'm making it. By the time I get to California after 4 hours and get out of the car, I mean, you guys, there's no walking. I mean, not even one step. Okay. I mean, I didn't, I had no idea what to do. So Oh, well, I'll tell you what I did. There was a wheelie chair in the room, in the hotel room, and that's how I got into the room on the wheelie chair.
Hmm.
Okay, Eliza's with me now. Of course, she's carrying all the bags and she's taking care of
Oh.
Mama. But I could only lay on my right side without, in a certain position, without any pain.
Mhm.
Now, were you, because you went out there for the purpose of business,
Right.
were you still able to complete your business or?
I'm going to tell you the crazy part of it. While I was horizontal, not a problem. But here's what I had to do. I couldn't get talk. You guys are gonna laugh. I couldn't get up and answer the door because I didn't want to see me.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
now, keep in mind that this is like 2 days in, so I'm starting to get a little better. Okay,
Okay.
but anyway, so what I'd have to do is, when Eliza and I are sharing a room, if I have somebody there, she leaves or I leave, whoever. Okay, the room. So what I would have her do is answer and just go, "Oh, my roommate's leaving," so she could answer the door. Okay. Then they come in about the business on the bed, and then I'd say, "Oh, you know what? Just help yourself out because I don't have any clothes on." and,
Just
and
see
it
yourself
works,
to the door.
ladies. It works. But here's the whole thing: I cannot sit in any position for a very long time, maybe 15, 20 minutes, even like here in my house in the couch or my chair in the kitchen or my chair in the living room. And standing is very hard. So it's wherever I'm putting pressure on that hip. It almost makes me wonder if I have a broken bone.
Hmm.
That's how bad
Oh,
it feels.
yeah.
Have you had any X-rays yet?
No.
Hmm.
Like I said, when I think back about that appointment that I had at the pain management doctor, it was such like a whirlwind appointment. I mean, I can't even tell you guys the emotions. First of all, you remember it's been taking me months to get this referral and get in there,
Mhm.
okay? And then all of a sudden, the whole pain. I'm in such pain like I've never had before with this hip, and just walking into the doctor's office, I'm in pain, I'm crying, and then when I get in there and I'm talking to the nurse and giving her my history, I'm just so emotional about being there. And then, the doctor is kind of one of those zippity quick doctors. So I feel like they totally don't know nothing going on with me.
Right.
Now, let me ask a question. When you, to kind of tie it into why you had just gone out there, do you tell them what you do and how that could maybe
No,
agitate things
no.
further?
You know what? Because I figure if, okay, and this, of course, Doctor Sweet Cheeks, but if it didn't hurt, it had to be okay.
Okay.
So I wasn't doing anything that was, while I was doing it, was
You
painful.
weren't
Maybe a
swinging from
little
a chandelier,
stressful.
so it
Right. I
wasn't
wasn't swinging from a
tied in.
chandelier, honey.
Okay.
A lot of what I do is about fat and just laying there and kind of being Jabba the Hutt sometimes.
Hmm.
To be God's honest with you, a lot of it is like that.
This is something we should, and maybe sometime when you're feeling better, you're back in studio,
Uh
that we
huh.
might want to explore a little bit further. I think Desiree will have a lot of insight into it as well, because specifically from the angle of when this is your career and you're down for, injury in this case,
Right.
Aflac's
And you
not
know
going to
what?
help you.
I worried
What do
about
you
the
do?
fact that, like, what am I going to do? Now, had I not taken it upon myself to double my medication because they were just not going to give me that approval over the phone, with all of the craziness, all we could do is make an appointment. Well, all they could do is make an appointment for when I got back in Vegas. Okay,
Right.
um, so I imagine this whole thing is going to be a real issue tomorrow too because of um, the whole, these doctors with these narcotics, they're putting the smackdown on these doctors, which is
Right.
not a bad thing. You know what I mean? I'm not
Hey,
complaining,
Sweet Cheeks,
but it makes it. Huh?
not to interrupt really quick. Do you want to Desiree just responded to me that she can call in as well.
Yeah, that's
And I
fine. We
know
can all get on.
can you do more than one caller at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get her in as well because I think she'd have some really good insight also. I
Oh
think you
yeah,
guys
she's
are
had a lot of pain problems herself too. Okay.
okay. Hold on, give me one
All
moment.
right.
Let me
Good.
text her and get her on, but give me
Okay.
just one, like sing us a song or tell us. Remember where we're at.
You
But
really don't want me to do that, okay?
She's like me. We can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Tell her what we're doing with your
Yeah.
sister.
Oh, so my sister has had 2 in a row crazy fuckers that she's dated. So we're going to set her up with dating profiles on some of the sites and screen and vet some dates for her and send her out on dates and make her like our single girl correspondent.
Yay!
So, yes.
I love that.
And because she's totally willing to go on like multiple dates a week and she's got a built-in babysitter, we could totally make this happen.
Love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll be a good one for this. This is a good project for her.
Yes, it'll get her out there. It'll get
Yeah.
her in the field and because we're already going to screen and vet these dudes, we'll
Yeah, half the
it'll be
bullshit is
great.
done for her. Yeah.
Yeah. She just has to do the scary part and go on dates with him. I think we're gonna have to set up like
Keep an eye
oh
out.
is she yeah, she's
She's
calling.
going to
We're
call
gonna
her.
have to set up like some sort of like
Hidden camera.
like
No,
no,
wait, can
a
we go
date
with
buddy.
them? Can we go with them and then like have a little hidden camera behind a bush or something
Well, we
and try
can't
to
record
record
them.
it?
We can't record them without their knowledge unless we get them to sign a waiver afterwards. But I think we could maybe have like a safe date buddy. Like maybe we know what time and place they're going to be and we just be in that location as well. I don't know.
Invictus said, wow, that's one brave correspondent. I'm having a panic attack for her.
Yeah,
Listen, she's related to Sierra.
she is. She can
she's
handle
gonna
it.
be one tough cookie. If there's somebody, if I'm in a fight, there's 2 people I'm gonna throw in front of me. One is Sierra, the other is going to be Desiree. So, who we have calling in now?
Okay.
Oh crap! I think I hung up on.
Oh, Sweet Cheeks, are you still there?
No, I hung up on Sweet Cheeks.
No,
Oh
it's just me.
It's just
Sweet
you. Hold on,
Cheeks.
we have to get her back.
Yeah, call back in, Sweet
Call
Cheeks. Sorry, I
back.
hit the wrong button. But we just have
Okay.
Desiree now.
I'll call back.
No, you stay on. You stay on, Des. We were telling Sweet Cheeks, and I'll tell you again real quick. Sierra's sister she was called in earlier. She's had a series of bad dates, so we're going to arrange some dates for her and have her be like a little bit of a dating correspondent for us.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I know some people that we could set her up with to give her bad dates if you want a bad date.
So we know some given bad dates, right?
Right. They're predetermined bad dates.
She had a gentleman that she just said he was a 2 pump and done. 2 pump
a
chump.
2 pump jump.
When they had sex. So where are you going? Oh, so it's just us right this moment, Desiree. How are you doing?
Oh, I've had better days. I can't super complain. But having some spinal issues.
Here's where we left it off when I texted you back about calling in, and when we get Sweet Cheeks back in, Sierra's here now getting some help. But what we were talking about is when you're in the industry in situations like this, when you are not able to follow through with your career. Oh, we lost them. Is anyone still here? Okay, let me have them both call back. Hello?
Okay, now I need to add line 2 when she calls back. How do I do that?
Okay, who do we have?
We have.
This is
Who's
me.
on the line?
Sweet Cheeks?
Yep, that's
Okay,
me.
so I need Desiree to call back. I just asked her to call back.
Okay.
So you just stay here. Don't go anywhere.
No worries. I got you.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Let's talk amongst
I
ourselves.
just-
Hey, Sweet Cheeks.
What?
I told everyone before, guess who I saw last night? What? Guess who I saw?
Oh.
I saw Tyra.
Oh, very nice.
I got to
Guess
hang out
whose
with Tyra and her mister.
Guess whose bed I'm sleeping on?
I know, she told me. She told me you guys came over and
Yeah.
got her bed.
Would that kind of make you hot a little?
I'm going to come sleep over in that bed. We were
In
in all.
fact, a much better bed than we had, I'll tell you.
Hey, Desiree, you on now?
I am.
All right, awesome. And
Thank
so we
you.
have both of you guys, right? Sweet Cheeks, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, beautiful. So just to Just
I'm gonna not take any credit for that. That did not happen. I did not do any of that, just so y'all
wow.
know.
So, hey guys. Um,
Hey.
so here's what we were talking about, Desiree, before we started to bring you into the call. Obviously, we know Sweet Cheeks is relies on, or her career is the fetish work, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so there are times that that you're down because of injury like now, and it's not like you can exactly get Aflac to,
Right.
Well,
help you through these
well, and you know
circumstances. So what
what,
do you do?
Toxie, Toxie, there's other things, that are kind of constants in the business here. In other
Mhm.
words, I get a check every month from my Clips for Sale store.
Okay.
Okay,
So that's
and so
still
that's why you work really hard to have that. Websites, if you have websites, it generates an income. So although, a good part of my monthly income is when I go to California for a week,
mhm.
there's ways around it.
So for
Not
any
easy ways, but ways around it.
so for somebody who is maybe newer in the business and newer in the industry, then having those multiple income generators are really
Well,
important for
Desiree,
times
don't
like
you
this.
find that in this business that you have to have multiple income generators?
Always, 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 always. You
Always,
always have
exactly.
to have
There's no
multiple
other way
streams
to
of
do this
income.
without it.
Yeah, because even like on clips for sale, nothing, in our industry, nothing is, constant.
And
So you might
nothing's
have a bad month
guaranteed,
on clips
exactly.
for sale, or you might have a great month, or you might have a bad month on your website. Nothing is super consistent. Like, so you have to always have multiple, avenues of revenue, and um, just always to have a backup, because nothing is, consistent.
Is there one area that is a little bit consistent? I mean, I know, like, for example, clips for sale, yes, it can go down, literally, but can
Right.
but can you, build up a lot of content? So maybe if you know you have a period of time coming up that you'll be out of work, that you
You
can
know what?
still
That's
continue.
exactly what you do, Toxie. If
Okay.
you update your clip store, the more you update it, the higher when you go to the front page of the home page on Clips for Sale,
Mhm.
it has top rated studios. And what makes you the top rated studio is how often you update your studio. So when you go in and you edit your videos and you put your videos on Clips for Sale, you can do them in advance. I could program clips to go up a year from now.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you
that
could have
keeps
an
your
update
store
every
top.
day
So
for the next year.
when I edit, I probably edit, 2 weeks at a time, and then I set them to go up daily as they go up. And then what I can do to help that along is to post advertisements on Twitter or Sweet Cheeks Facebook page, or there's other ways to advertise that too. But one of the best ways, and I know I can tell if I've gone a few weeks and I haven't updated my store, sales go down. You need to stay at that list on the front page.
Okay. So a smart move for somebody who's very entrepreneurial within the industry is to have the multiple sources, but to
Well,
continue to update.
this is what I say, Toxie. This job right here, I'm going to shoot whatever I can shoot right now in my life,
Mhm.
so that when I'm 85 years old and sitting in my chair in my living room, I can get a clip for sales check every month. Because there's still going to be, the young chubby chaser boys. So it's
Right.
income that will never go away. It's just about marketing that it's there.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
eventually it's going to become vintage porn, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
Well, I
Yes, it
would
will.
think it would be vintage fat girl porn. Yeah, I would think.
It'll be vintage porn in the next 3 years.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. But there's
I
still
There's
a
was thinking
market
porn
for
has
about
that.
such a high,
before I
like, there's so
started,
much that
guys.
comes out every day that literally in 3 years, the porn that we're making now will be old.
Will be old. Do you
Guys,
think
I was
there's
vintage before I started.
Girl, you're vintage now.
do you think there's
I know,
anything new?
babe.
Like, what's the next big thing within the industry? Is there anything that you guys have kind of an ear on that you think is going to be what you want to jump into next because it's going to be what's hot and happening?
The things that I
I
noticed,
feel.
right? Oh, go ahead, Sweet Cheeks.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
The things I noticed right now are, crossover is getting a lot more popular. Like,
Mm.
you know, um, it's always fetish stuff, but because that's the route that porn is going. It's like regular porn doesn't isn't popular anymore. People get more
Crossover,
extreme with their porn.
crossover, like the
So
one where with Christian, Eliza, and Tyra.
yeah, so lots of
Okay.
like crossover stuff. Lots of girl on tranny, big girl, skinny girl. Lots of different crossovers.
So you're just gonna have to up the freak level then.
Yeah, you always gotta constantly up your freak level.
So I have a quick question for you ladies. This is completely off topic. But since I have all four of us in the same digital area at the
Conversation.
same time, yes, I am out next week. As you all know, I'm driving out to Arkansas to see my grandmother and attend my grandfather's memorial service. Um, are you girls going to be in studio next week?
It's Easter. It's Easter.
Yeah,
guys.
Okay.
oh, that's
Next
right.
week isn't Easter.
No, it's the week
Yes, it
after
is.
that's Easter. No, it's not.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because of the that's right. It's my
Right.
daughter's baby shower.
Well, I will.
Well,
Yes, my daughter is coming into town on Thursday, and she's going to be here for almost 2 weeks. But I will be making it in.
Okay.
Okay.
well, I have to be very honest with you guys. Mine, I 100% is going to be determined on what happens at the doctor tomorrow.
Okay.
Because, yeah, at this moment, those stairs and that walk would be an issue right now.
Okay.
So it just, like I said, what goes on in the next week.
Can we consider maybe remotely broadcasting, or is that too difficult?
We would at this point. I feel we would need Sierra to do a remote broadcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can. I mean, I've learned a little bit of it, but it's been a while, and normally I'm drunk when we're remotely broadcasting. So I would have to get drunk to try and remember the parts that she did teach me.
You used to get drunk too toxic.
Right? So I would need to be drunk for that. So
I mean, we can. I mean, I know our fans don't like us to do rebroadcasts, but I'm just looking out for the health of you two,
Right.
and I have to bring Ryan in to do the boards because even though we knew about this 2 months ago, I have not trained Toxie on how to run this board up here. So, I mean, if you guys
Right.
want to take the next, I know we're not going to be on the air on Sunday because it's Sunday, April 5th or whatever it is, because it's Easter Sunday, but if you guys want to take next week off too, we can do that. I just need to know from you guys by tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, we
Okay,
should
well,
text.
let's do a mass text tomorrow and decide what do we think.
and
'Cause
just so
I
you
got
guys
no
know,
problem, and
the
I got no problem being on by phone like this or on Skype or something. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
okay.
Just getting into that studio next week, and if I can, if I go in there, my ejections are improved and life is good, I will be in studio.
All right.
So that's just my issue.
Okay. Well, either way, we can have you in because you can be on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah,
no worries.
I should be able to be in studio. I'm hoping to have my injections this coming week. So.
Okay, so let's just do a mass text tomorrow, guys, and
Okay.
we'll all decide what we
If
want
you
to do.
guys if you guys don't hear from me on a mass text, if you could just shoot me something separate. My mass text while we were on air, I got the one you guys were texting about earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her phone is
Oh, okay.
fucked up.
Right on
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right on time. Hours
Right
in.
on time.
So, okay, so now what else do you guys have going on?
Yeah. Give us a quick update, you guys. Let's start with Sweet Cheeks.
Oh my God. Well, I have a baby shower on Saturday at my house.
Oh yeah, what time is that
So,
again?
3 o'clock, and there will be pretty flowery gifts for all girls. So
Save me
you will likely
something.
come get those things. But
Can I
yeah,
show up
in
at
the midst
can I
of
show up at
all of
2?
this, I've sent out a mass message to all of my daughter's friends that, look, this is Mama, and I've been really good to you for a lot of years, so I need all your asses over here to help me get ready for the shower this week, basically.
Yeah, you've had a
So I
lot of
call,
those girls there.
and you know what?
Lot of times.
And you know what? I've known them all since grade school and junior
Mhm.
high, all of them. And so it's not a problem, and I call in the troops, they will be here, and they'll help cook, and they'll help clean and decorate, and it'll all be good, and it'll be a beautiful little baby shower next Saturday. So that's what I got going on all week. California, I'm just kind of in limbo a little bit, guys, until I figure out what's going on. But I'm going to tell you, pain is no joke. I guess I think of pain because I have pain because of my arthritis. But when people say they have chronic pain, I never felt anything like I felt this week in my life. Like, I was actually saying, I understand why people, um, that one, why they get addicted to drugs sometimes.
Right.
Okay, because you're trying to do. I was trying to do anything to stop the pain, or why people just say I can't take it anymore, and they end their lives. I get it now. Never understood that, but God
Sometimes,
willing,
just to throw this out there, I have my friend that you all know, and she's all of our friends, of course, that runs the parties. I know that she's dealt with chronic pain for so much of her
right.
life. And so, and I know she's a very, very strong individual. So I know when there's tears in her eyes, I know that, okay, this is, this is serious. Something extra's going on. Something's really painful. But what I think, something and maybe you're already doing this and maybe people are already sharing this with you, but a lot of times it helps to talk to others who are in similar situations because they can give you some ideas. Like for example, with
Yeah, that's
with my knee injury, when I heard it and I told y'all what they had said to me, she just told me the other day, she's like, no, no, let me give you this and this and this, name a number, and here's where you're going to call, and here's where you're going to check, and do not go see this doctor because here's what they're going to do. And so,
right. Good
it's
idea.
yeah, so those are, her. I know that there's quite a few others that we both know as well, but they might be great individuals to reach out to, who will give
Yeah,
you
good idea.
ideas and tell you when you go in, here's what, here's how to approach it, so they don't automatically go, you're fat, and so that's what we want to focus on. Instead we
Well,
want to
and
Right.
focus on you're in pain and what can we do to fix this.
right, and you know what? And I have to take responsibility for a lot of this. One, I don't. My regular physician. I don't think over the years I have really made it clear to her how
Hmm.
much pain I was really in for my arthritis. You know what I mean? One, and also, like I said, when I got to this pain doctor, I was kind of overwhelmed, and I've just decided too, going in tomorrow morning, that you know what, I don't care if they're fast talking. I tell everybody all the time, shut the fuck up and listen, okay? Well, that's what I got to go in there with, that attitude. Let me tell you what's going on because we don't have it right.
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 So I know I have to stand up for what's going on with my body and see what we can do. So
But yeah,
other than that,
a lot of it is finding those doctors that'll look past the fact that
You're fat.
you're a fat. Yeah, you're a fat.
you're
You're
absolutely right. And
fat.
my regular physician, her and I've been going to her for like 4 or 5 years, and we've got a good relationship about it all. And I'm not sure quite about this doctor, but I'm not seeing him tomorrow, the pain doctor. I'm seeing the physician's assistant, which you know what, I kind of feel better about because I'm going to get yelled at because of all these drugs I took. But
Well, you can tell them
You
I
know,
I
asked.
the
researched.
other thing
Make
that
sure the internet is all right, correct, right?
Hmm.
the other thing that I find about chronic pain, because I just started having super my spine has been degenerating for many years and it's hurt, but just in the last 6 months it's really gotten to the point where it's like gotten all the way down into my nerves and gotten to the point where it's unbearable. But the thing that I find is that I don't like to talk about it to people that don't understand what I'm
Right.
going through because I feel like a whiner.
Right.
Like I feel like
That's right. I
you know
totally understand. I totally
people
understand.
think that
Absolutely.
oh, she's just complaining. Like I don't want to sound like a whiner because unless you have experienced chronic pain
You have
or
no idea.
insanely in, intense pain, then it's really hard to explain to somebody how you just are miserable. You can't get comfortable. Like
Oh,
I'm
and you
at this
scream
moment
out. You just
in
scream out in
um,
pain.
the hot tub, and it's not hot, but I'm so in so much pain that I'm sweating constantly and I feel nauseous. And the only way to like exist right now and besides on my stomach is suspended in water. Like
Now,
I'm so
can you go in
hot.
if you go in the hot tub? Can you put like an ice pack around your neck to maybe help keep your core cold while you're helping your body with the hot tub?
Well, the hot tub's not hot.
Oh.
It's cold. I haven't heated it, but I'm so hot that it feels
So
good to be in
so
the
it's a
cold
cool
water.
tub, but as soon as you get in, you warm it. Then it's a hot tub.
Then it's a hot. Yeah, if I'm
Watch
to
out for
turn
the
on the
bubbles.
heater,
Uh-huh.
I
Now,
just like the hot tub because I can, lay in it, and it's, got the seat there that, kind of, because I float, pretty. I'm a pretty good
yeah.
floater,
We have
but
just to share really quick, and I'm sorry to interrupt. We have a lot of people sharing some info in chat. We have Pinup Bella Artista. She explained that that she gets the injections as well. They work well for her. Unfortunately, they don't help everyone. But
No,
she
they
was
don't.
lucky enough to find a doctor who doesn't blame her fat. Um, and it was, let's see, she's had muscle problems, ever since. And so she also agreed only people who suffer actually understand. Invictus, who's back, we haven't seen him in a while, said,
Yay!
I made sure I found myself a fat doctor. So when he goes to tell me I should lose weight, I give him that look and then we laugh together. And
Great
then
idea
the
for the
doctor and I,
fat pain doctor.
right? And the doctor and I focus on being healthy, not thin. So,
So,
Yeah.
what else is
yeah,
going?
my doctor's great. I have a great doctor, and I recommend all my friends to her because, the first few times, when I went through my cancer treatment and all the things that I've gone through, and every doctor I've ever had is has shamed me for being fat, and couldn't believe that I was so healthy. Like I have
Minus the
super low
cancer.
cholesterol, I don't have high blood pressure. Like, I have um, the borderline diabetes, because of my
I think of that every time I hear the word. I
Wilford
think of you,
Brimley.
Des, saying it with your little mustache.
yeah. So because of my chemo and stuff like that, it affected my blood sugar and my all that goodness. But otherwise, as far as I don't have any huge fat related issues.
Hmm.
And so when I found this doctor that I go to now, I waited a few times before I actually said something. I was like, I'm surprised that you haven't yelled at me yet for being fat. And she was like, I'll never yell at you. She was like, as long as you're healthy, that's all I want for you. And she told me that, of course, my life would be easier, with less
Right.
weight, but um, she's more concerned about me being healthy and staying healthy, and I super appreciated that. So
That's
I
good.
recommend everybody to her. I have like 6 friends that go to her now.
Good. So, anything? Give us a brief update on BBWCon. Anything new in the air?
And just
Still
to
working
share
on the
really quick,
nominations. I
that's
finally got
oh sorry.
a, a rough draft of the contract for the Westgate on Friday that I need to look at still. So we're getting closer to getting all that kind of stuff worked out. We went to California, which started this whole back spasm issue. Did a quick turnaround trip. Charles did a commercial for Baby Doll Beauty Couture, which she has a salon and a makeup line and
Mm.
also a dress line. And we're very excited that she's going to drastically discount her couture dress line for BBWCon, the Biggie Awards for models that want to get red carpet dresses
What
through her.
what about regular people who are really into the Maryland dress? Will it be discounted for
Um,
people who are
you
not
can
models
well
in the
if
event?
if regular people want to go through the Biggie Awards, you know, uh, sites and order their dresses to attend the Biggie Awards.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not the discount specifically for the red carpet awards. So I'm not sure as far as standard discounts go.
Got it.
But
Just thought I'd ask because her one
since
dress is
you
like,
are
I'm so
you're
into
a
it.
regular person going to the Biggie Awards, you can participate in that Maryland dress.
All right, cool.
However, I think that there's one dress I'm not sure that she's going to sponsor me to wear, and I'm super excited about it. So
Nice. Well,
I'm
hers, you definitely have to. I know we've talked about it on here before, but even after the other day, after I saw some of your partner's photos there from
uh-huh.
the commercial shoot, and I'm like, oh, I have to go back on the website again because I'm so in love with some of the dresses.
Yeah.
And so, I just had to go back on there. And so I got
Yeah,
all
no,
excited again. I'm like, I really need this dress.
she's got some great styles, and the thing is that they're fully customizable. She tailors them to your body.
So people with small boobs
Yep. Yeah.
can.
So even if you have small boobs, you can still rock a Maryland dress because
Sweet.
it can be fitted for your body. Because
Awesome.
that's the thing, and it's finally about time that we have a designer that does that because, no big girl is shaped alike. No one big girl is shaped like another.
Hmm.
We all have different things in different places and different shapes and different size this and different size that, and so it's nice to be able to have something that you can customize to your shape.
Right.
Now, Des, I've seen a lot of chatter online as well about BBW Con.
Hmm.
A lot of people, I'm assuming you're getting a lot more people right now who are planning on attending, a lot more models
Oh yeah,
getting ready to
no, we've had
participate as well.
a big influx of of response ever since we opened up the Biggie Awards for nominations.
Hmm.
And the big thing is that I'm not putting models this year on the website um, until they guarantee their space. So they have
Right.
to make a payment to guarantee that they're going to be there, or something, some kind of guarantee.
Well, I'm super excited
But you
about
know
Kelly
how
K.
models like to do everything last minute. So we have about 160 models registered,
Okay.
um, but as many, not as many guaranteed yet. So, but there is a huge influx of want, and we're working on an option for people to be able. I mean, people currently can sponsor a model. If a fan wants to, you know, pay for a model's attendance at BBWCon, that's absolutely available. But we're working on a portion of the site for models to be able to sign up to be sponsored, and for the um, for the people to be able to search models that are looking to be sponsored and that
So
kind of stuff.
it's kind of gonna be like a GoFundMe, but for fat porn stars.
Right, exactly. So it'll
That's
be a
fabulous.
good time. I'm super looking forward to it.
That's awesome. And of course, we'll be there.
Of course we will.
Yep. Has everybody went and put in their nominations? Sweet Cheeks,
I
Sierra.
I didn't finish mine yet. I started mine last week and
I
I
gotta.
saved it because if you have to do a little research, I saved it. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm just gonna copy Kelly's notes or Toxie's notes.
Yeah. Well, don't do that because she's just gonna nominate herself in every category except
hey,
for.
that's not completely true. I nominated Sweet Cheeks for some too. Don't tell her.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, yay! Yeah, no, she's gonna nominate Tyra for everything.
I
She
did
nominated
nominate a Tyra as well.
Tyra.
I have
Tyra's gonna be
Tyra.
nominated for
I
everything.
have my favorites in there. I have Tyra in there. I have Eliza in there. I have Sweet Cheeks in there. And any that I do not know, I'm just putting my own name. So if there's a
Good idea.
category I'm just not sure, Toxie.
Is there a category for busted ass old porn star?
um,
That
I
was
think
the
that's
one
the MILF category.
that was the one we asked about last week, and
Yeah.
then I realized I'm going to hell.
There's a MILF category, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a
There
MILF, but no GILF.
there should be a GILF.
Yeah. Well, there's
Yes,
only
there
a couple
should
of
be a
gills.
guilt.
I don't know if there's enough gills to
There doesn't
to
need to be
require
enough. There
a
just
category.
needs to be Sweet Cheeks.
Yeah, there only has to be one GILF to win an award,
Just
okay?
has to be one. Here,
Well,
give me the site again, Des, so I can put it out here in chat so people can go in and do their nominations.
yeah, it's the Biggie Awards, and it's THEBIGGIE awards.com, and there's a button, a nominate button. So you just go in and plug in your nominations. If you want to do research, like you said, you can save your survey and come back to it at a later time and finish filling it out. But everybody, there's one survey submission per IP address.
Right.
So, make sure you before you submit your survey that you've completed everything that you want to complete.
Now, when will the nominations be finished? So then the main voting starts.
I want to say that it's listed on the when you go to nominate. I think it's April 19th, but I could be.
Okay.
There was a full month plus of nominations, and then we'll take about a week, break down the nominations, and then we're only opening a certain amount of categories for fan voting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the categories will be voted by a panel. So.
Is every person who gets nominated going to be voted on whether or not they'll make it to nominations?
No. I mean, because so many people get nominated. I mean, there's a ridiculous amount. And we limit nominations to 10 people or entities per category.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, one time I think that in the first event that I did, I think there was like 20-something people in a category, and it took, like 5 minutes just to read everybody's name at the awards. So we have to kind of limit it. So it pretty much breaks down like this. Everybody puts in their nominations. They go into the spreadsheet. They sort everything, and then we, the top 10 most nominated people get voted on. That's pretty much how it works.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah. So we try to do it, super fair and, get everybody's opinion. That's why it's so important that everybody votes because, or everybody, nominates because, the people that are pushing for themselves the most are of course going to get, on the nominations list.
Sweet.
There's a handful of girls that are constantly promoting and, they're getting hundreds of nominations. So they'll definitely
All right. Well,
be
per
on there.
me and not anyone else, per my own personal opinion, make sure you plug Sweet Cheeks in there where she can go. There's a lot of categories that you could include her for. So make sure you
Do they
do vote for
have
our own Sweet
old?
Cheeks.
Yeah. What was that one, Sierra? Like old beat up porn stars?
It was
busted ass old porn star.
No, there was I think when we talked about it last week, there was one. Was it the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
And I thought it was just if you're more mature, you could go in that one.
No,
So
it's like been in the industry a long time. But I am mature. They can Hall of Fame me.
You have quite a
Retire
few.
my fat ass. Retire my fat ass.
There's fetish performer of the year. You could do let's see. Oh, there's
There are a
crossover co-performer.
Do your research.
Yeah, well, there's the SSBBW of the year, isn't there?
There's MILF of the year, SSBBW of the year.
Right, and you want to also include some of our
We've
friends.
only got a minute.
Tyra
2 minutes.
could go
Yeah,
over
there's a lot for
crossover
Tyra. Best campsite, best crossover, performer of the year,
Right.
specialty niche, performer of the year. There's a lot that I put Tyra in for.
Yeah.
So we're at the end here. Thank you guys for calling in. Thank you everyone for listening and joining us and keeping a very active chat going this evening. Oh no, did we lose them already?
Yeah, we lost them already.
Bye guys. Sorry.
I don't know which one it was that we lost. But anyway, thank you to Sweet Cheeks and Desiree for calling in, even though they feel like dog shit warmed over. This is next week. I am out, but everybody else will be in. You'll have the adorable Ryan as the board operator. I'm gonna shoot him a message.
Ryan's just cute as can be.
Yes, he is. I love it when he's on because I watch the archives afterwards. He's always a hoot with you guys.
If no one comes, it's just Ryan and I. So we're gonna cuddle. Tune in. That's it.
That's it. This is Sierra
and Toxie.
and Sweet Cheeks and Desiree were on earlier. Have a good night, everyone, and remember, buck
Buck
often.
often.
My girl's taking pussy to the groomers. I suggested the Sphinx, while every other breed fulfills my basic needs. I love them hairless and pain. Now all that